Hello everyone, Ryan here. Recently listened to the audiobook of Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, and it's terrible. It's just terrible. Don't even bother reading it. And no, I'm just kidding. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's pretty decent. I didn't know what to expect from it, really. I'd actually attempted to read it a couple times before, but I couldn't get into it right away. Well, I mean, it's basically about, the main character is Camille. She's a reporter, journalist of some kind, and she gets sent to her hometown called Wind Gap. She's sent there to write a piece about the murder of some young girl, and then she finds out that some other young girls were also murdered, and at the same time she kind of somewhat reconnects with old friends and family. And I'm not exactly sure how much I could say without giving away too much of the story, but I will say that her mom is definitely complex, messed up. Mom's a pretty complex character. As are all the characters in this novel. But her mom especially, and then also her, I want to say, half-sister. Yeah. Half-sister Emma. Pretty much she uncovers this whole thing about that her mom is, I don't know, because she's always trying to put up this false front, like make people believe that she's this great, like, caring mother, when really she's not. It's just that, because when she was raised, her mom was, I guess, treated her even worse, and it kind of got me thinking. I mean, that always seems to be the case, right? That depending on how your parents raise you, or whoever you're raised by, depending on how you're raised, pretty much who raises you, how they treat you as a kid, and then it always seems to be the case. And then later on, when you grow up and you tend to treat others the same way that you were raised, and especially when you have your own kids, and it's kind of like almost becomes this thing where you can't get away from it, and because especially if you don't even realize it, first of all. But then I guess even more so when you are aware of it, but then just constantly deny the fact that, the way you were raised was pretty messed up. And I don't know, that's kind of a theory I have, but I believe it's true for a lot of people, for the most part. I only bring that up because that definitely applies to this novel. And also to the main character, Camille, because, her mom, Camille's mother, was raised in a pretty messed up way. And, or rather, Camille's mother didn't have a very loving relationship with her mom, so therefore Camille doesn't have a loving relationship with her mother. And because of that, it does affect Camille, the main character. Because she has this saying where, I guess I should say, because eventually because that's the thing, like I said, I feel like this novel has a very slow start. Though I will say the audiobook version is easier to get through because it's just like, it's interesting to hear each character's different voice kind of conversing back and forth. And whereas when I tried reading the physical book, for me, like, the first half of the book seemed like too, I don't know, monotone, or I don't know, just trust me when I say that the audiobook is definitely easier to get through, especially by the second half. So I don't know, this might be somewhat of a spoiler, but I don't know. I don't think it really adds that much to the story, but it turns out that the main character, Camille, she cuts herself, like, I guess probably from the time when she was like, I don't know, a kid or a teenager. That's when she started cutting herself, but she would like write these words into her skin on different parts of her body. And you know, when they heal, you can still see the words on her body. So constantly throughout the story, like, you'll hear her say something like that, something to the effect of, you know, like she'll say, "I traced the word reluctance on my back," or something like that. Because she's got all these different words carved into her, and then so, you know, it's never really made exactly clear as to why she chose these particular words. It's just more like that's what she felt like doing within different moments, and so I mean, that's like the big thing that makes the main character complex, and then eventually it gets to the point where Camille connects the dots and realizes who's behind these murders. And I will say, like, I felt like I pretty much had it figured out by the last, I don't know, 3 or 4, 5 chapters. But even then, I was still somewhat surprised. Not really as surprised, but somewhat surprised. I don't know how else to put it. It was definitely intriguing. And I like some of the imagery in this, how the author describes certain moments, or because there's like certain moments in which the main character, she, I guess, kind of like tries to explain how strained her relationship is with her mom. Not only her mom, but with just pretty much everyone that lives in this town, Wind Gap. So, yeah, I definitely like Gillian Flynn's writing style. So I don't know. I do hope to go on to read some of her other stuff, but as far as this one is concerned, Sharp Objects, I give it definitely 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, 4 out of 5. I don't know. Let me know if you read this too, if you were surprised by the ending. Of course, don't reveal anything spoilerish. I mean, for those who haven't read it or listened to the audiobook. And I don't know if I would really recommend this to everyone, but I would say, like, If you're a fan of Gillian Flynn, yeah, I recommend it. If you haven't read it already, or if you're a fan of dark stories, or even just stories about strained family relationships, you'd probably be interested in it. So yeah, once again, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. That'll do for my review of Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I don't know if maybe later on I'll do more of a spoiler talk thing, but yeah, I'm not going to guarantee anything. So that's it. Thanks for listening to this. Thanks for watching. As always, till next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking in. Peace.